Imagine a room not built from stone, not from wood, not from marble, but from light. Walls made of gold and amber, mirrors multiplying candle flames, ornaments glowing in the half-dark like frozen sunlight. They called it the eighth wonder of the world. And yet, this room vanished. Not somewhere random, not by accident, but in the chaos of World War II. For over 80 years, people have searched for it. In old bunkers, in mines, in castle ruins, on the floor of the Baltic Sea. And to this day, one question remains. Where is the Amber Room? Old Man George takes you on a journey into a mystery of gold, war, betrayal, and silence. Because sometimes a treasure doesn't simply disappear. Sometimes it is buried, and sometimes it is still waiting to be found. Our story does not begin in Russia. It begins in Prussia. At the beginning of the 18th century, a masterpiece unlike anything Europe had ever seen was created. Not just a room, not just a hall, but a space whose walls were covered entirely in amber. Amber, the gold of the Baltic Sea, millions of years old, warm, transparent, mysterious. A material that feels like sunlight trapped in time. For kings, amber was more than decoration. It was power, wealth, a symbol of unimaginable luxury. The room was crafted with incredible precision. Amber panels, gold, mirrors, carvings. Together, they formed something that wasn't just seen, but experienced. When candles were lit, the room transformed into a sea of gold. Light bounced from amber to mirror, from mirror to gold, and back into the eyes of those who stood inside. Then something unexpected happened. The Prussian king gifted this treasure to Tsar Peter the Great of Russia, a political gesture, a sign of friendship, perhaps also a display of power through beauty. And so, the Amber Room left its German homeland. No one knew it would one day return, not as a gift, but as loot. In Russia, the Amber Room found a new home. It was installed in the Catherine Palace near St. Petersburg. There, it grew, expanded, perfected. A Prussian masterpiece became a Russian legend. For nearly 2 centuries, visitors admired it. Nobles, diplomats, artists, travelers, all stood before the same glowing walls, witnessing something almost impossible to describe. A room that didn't just exist, a room that lived. Amber changed with the light. In the morning, it glowed honey bright. In the evening, deep red, almost like fire. Outside, the world changed. Wars came, rulers fell, empires collapsed. But the Amber Room remained. Until 1941. World War II reaches the Soviet Union. German troops advance toward Leningrad. Museums, palaces, and treasures are suddenly in danger. At the Catherine Palace, people try to save what they can. Paintings are removed, furniture is transported, sculptures are hidden. But the Amber Room is a problem. It is fragile, it is massive, it is built into the walls. They try to protect it, covering, disguising, hiding parts of it. But it isn't enough. When German soldiers arrive, they immediately recognize its value. A treasure beyond measure. And then the dismantling begins. piece by piece, the amber room is taken apart. What had shown in Russia for nearly 200 years is packed into crates, not as art, but as war loot. The room begins its journey west, to Königsberg. Königsberg, then part of East Prussia, an old German city, castles, churches, narrow streets, a place rich in history. There, the amber room is reassembled in the Königsberg Castle and displayed once again. For a brief moment, it seems as if it has found a new home.
But no one suspected that this would be the last known location of the amber room.
But it is an illusion. The war is turning. The front is approaching. Bombs are falling. The city becomes a fortress. Fear fills the air. The amber room now stands in the heart of a collapsing empire. And this is where the real mystery begins. Because sometime between 1944 and 1945, the amber room disappears. Not slowly, not officially, but suddenly. The crates, the art, the room, gone. Since then, there have only been traces, but no answers. Imagine Königsberg in the winter of 1945. Cold, smoke, sirens, people fleeing, documents burning, trains leaving overcrowded, ships departing the harbors. Somewhere in this chaos, the amber room existed. Maybe still in the castle, maybe already packed in crates, maybe on its way to a secret location. No one knows for sure. Some say it was stored in the castle's cellars. Others claim it was loaded onto a ship. Still others speak of mines, bunkers, and underground tunnels. But the documents end. Witnesses contradict each other, and those who truly knew either stayed silent or died. When the Red Army captures Königsberg, the treasure is gone. The amber room, once made of light, becomes a shadow. The simplest theory is also the harshest. The amber room may have been destroyed in Königsberg Castle. The city was heavily bombed. The castle was damaged. Fires raged. Later, the ruins were further destroyed. Amber is valuable, but fragile. Heat, fire, pressure, any of these could have destroyed it. Perhaps it was stored in crates in the basement. Perhaps it survived the first bombings. Perhaps it was destroyed later. This theory is possible. But for many treasure hunters, it feels too simple. Because if the amber room burned, there is nothing left to find. No gold, no hidden bunker, no grand discovery. Only ashes. And that is exactly why people keep searching. Another trail leads to the sea. In the final days of the war, countless ships left Baltic ports. Refugees, soldiers, wounded, art, documents, everything was loaded. Some believe crates of the amber room were placed on a ship. Perhaps the Wilhelm Gustloff, perhaps another vessel, perhaps a cargo ship that never reached its destination. The Baltic Sea became a grave. Ships sank. Cargo vanished. Witnesses saw crates, but didn't know what was inside. Even today, many wrecks remain unexplored. And somewhere down there, in cold black water, parts of the amber room could lie. Or perhaps only a legend. But that image is powerful. A golden room resting in darkness beneath the sea. Germany at the end of the war was filled with hidden storage sites, bunkers, tunnels, mines, underground complexes, secret vaults for art, gold, and documents. That's why treasure hunters still search underground today. Some clues lead to Saxony, others to Thuringia, others to Poland or former East Prussia. Again and again, hints appear. An old map, a sealed passage, a witness statement, a hollow space beneath the ground. Each time, hope rises. Is it here? Is the amber room behind this wall? But every major search has ended the same way, with rumors, with disappointment, with more questions than answers. After the war, a search began that continues to this day. Historians study archives, journalists follow leads, treasure hunters risk money, time, and sometimes their lives. Some are convinced the room was destroyed. Others believe parts still exist. And then there are those who say, a treasure of this magnitude doesn't just vanish. Someone must have hidden it. Perhaps there were secret orders, secret transports, people who started new lives after the war and took their knowledge to the grave. The Amber Room is no longer just art. It is a mystery that has consumed generations. Then something happens that reignites the legend. Individual pieces connected to the Amber Room are discovered years later. Not the entire room, but fragments. Proof that at least some elements may have survived the war. For treasure hunters, this is like a spark in the darkness. If one piece survived, why not more? If a mosaic can reappear, why not a crate? If one clue is real, how many false ones hide the truth? The Amber Room becomes even more mysterious and more dangerous. Because now we know, not everything is myth. Something survived.
Perhaps the Amber Room has long since turned to ash.
Yeah.
Perhaps it rests on the bed of the Baltic Sea.
Yeah.
Perhaps it is still waiting behind a locked door.
The Amber Room was a room of light, but its end lies in darkness. And maybe that is its greatest secret. Not that it vanished, but that we still don't know whether it is truly gone, or whether somewhere deep underground, behind concrete, steel, and silence, amber still glows in the dark. This was Old Man George. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe to the channel, because the world is full of mysteries, and some of them are still waiting to come back into the light.
That was Old Man George. The secrets of our world are far from being told. Subscribe now and don't miss the next adventure.